skies will go. Coffee in hand, the stories unfold. This ain't just a show, it's where hearts align. A place to unwind, where peace we find. Cannabis drifts on the morning breeze, bringing calm to the mind, setting souls at ease. Together we gather, no need to pretend. The Cove's where the day and good vibes begin. Come on in, let the love unfold.
Come on in, let it unfold.
In the warmth of community, hearts turn gold.
Hearts turn gold.
The Cove is more than a show on display.
More than a show.
It's a place to belong, where we start the day.
We start the day.
So rise with the sun, let the blessings flow.
Let it flow.
With coffee and peace, we let the spirit grow. Some come to laugh, some come to share. Every story told shows someone's care. We lift each other, hand in hand. Through life's storms, together we stand. The circle's wide, there's room for all. No judgment here, just love's gentle call. Every morning's a chance to reset, renew, to breathe, to heal, and see life through. Come on in, let the love unfold.
Come on in, let it unfold.
In the warmth of community, hearts turn gold.
Hearts turn gold.
The Cove is more than a show on display.
More than a show.
It's a place to belong, where we start the day.
We start the day.
So rise with the sun, let the blessings flow.
Let it flow.
With coffee and peace, we let the spirit grow. It's where hearts connect.
Hearts connect.
Where hope is planted and love takes effect.
Love takes effect.
A sacred space where kindness flows.
Kindness flows.
And every soul finds a place to grow.
Let's grow.
Come on in, let the love unfold.
Come on in, let it unfold.
In the warmth of community, hearts turn gold.
Hearts turn gold.
The Cove is more than a show on display.
More than a show.
It's a place to belong, where we start the day.
We start the day.
So rise with the sun, let the blessings flow.
Let it flow.
With coffee and peace, we let the spirit grow.
It's a brand new day. Cove-TV's here to brighten your way. Coffee brews, the rhythm feels right. Spark your morning, let's take flight. Feel the buzz, let the energy ignite. We're your crew, bringing morning delight. So grab your cup and let it flow. Cove-TV morning, let's start the show. Coming up next is the show you know. Cove-TV morning, where good vibes go. Hit that like, don't forget to share. Wake the world, let's go anywhere. Someone's first flight to the mellow groove. We're here together, finding our move. Conversations flow, hearts align. Cove TV morning where moments shine. Whether you're near or miles away, we're the start of a beautiful day. Roll it up, sip it slow. Cove TV morning, let's start the show. Your head, let the good vibes rain. Cove TV's magic, ease in the strain. Every laugh, every note we play reminds us all it's a brand new day. Coming up next is the show you know. Cove TV morning where good vibes grow. Hit that like, don't forget to share. Wake the world, let's go anywhere. Rain. Cove TV's magic, ease in the strain. Every laugh, every note we play reminds us all it's a brand new day. Cove TV morning, your start, your glow. With coffee, connection, and stories to show. Thanks for joining, we're glad to know. Cove TV morning, let's start the show.
The sun breaks in through the window pane. Steam from the coffee, a slow burning flame. Feet on the floor, another day starts. Rolling ahead with a light in my heart. Clouds might gather, the road might bend, but I keep moving, no need to pretend. Past is behind, the fire still glows. Where the wind takes me, nobody knows. Just keep it rolling, don't lose the flame. Keep it burning, let it stay the same. Ride with the wind, don't fight the rain. Storms will pass, the sun remains. Every step's a story, every breath a song. Sing it loud, keep moving on. Keep moving forward, just roll along, roll along, roll along. Lessons learned like stones in a stream. Some sink away, some shine in between. The weight gets heavy, the nights feel cold, but I found my way in stories retold. No need to rush, no need to chase. Every small step still holds its place. The rhythm of life, like the waves on the shore. I take what it gives, I don't ask for more. Just keep it rolling, don't lose the flame. Keep it burning, let it stay the same. Ride with the wind, don't fight the rain. Storms will pass.
Hashtag let's fucking go.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button!
Totally Terrific Twisted Titty Tie-Dye Turkey Taco Toke and Tunes. So maybe some truffles. Tuesday it's Valentine's truffles. I don't fucking know. How's everybody doing? What a man-bear.
Oh, we're doing good, man.
All right, so I did see the cup in the picture. You got to show everybody the cup. It's fucking adorable.
I know. I found it today, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta use that."
It's fucking Tweety Bird.
Tweety Bird on Token Tunes Tuesday.
Hey, it's a Tweety-fied, Totally Terrific Twisted Titty Tie-Dye Turkey Taco Token Tunes Tuesday. Everybody, that's great.
That's awesome.
I hope everybody's off to a wonderful, wonderful start to their morning. Cheers, cheers. Good morning, my most amazing, beautiful Amber. I hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful morning. There, 1 second, Mindy. Try it.
Good morning, Mindy. Good morning, Mindy.
Good morning, Dee. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Deb Rose. I don't know how to breathe.
Good morning, DJ Ash. How are you, dear? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Kay. How's it going?
Good morning, Benjamin. How are you, man? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Vicki. Hope you're having a great day.
Good morning, Mimi. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful day. Yes. Okay, so ridiculous. All right, I gotta show you. I took this picture yesterday, day before. Yes. She's ridiculous.
That's awesome.
We'll call you whatever you want to be called, as long as it's not late for something. I don't know. Should we wake and bake, everybody? Man-Bear's already fucking, he ain't waiting for nothing. Cheers, everybody.
The morning's here, the horizon glows. With every comment, a connection grows. Coffee steam rises, a comforting sight. Your smiles, your vibes make the day feel right. The Cove awakens, together we shine. Each of you here is a blessing divine. Cannabis sparks and the laughter flows. In this sunrise moment, the magic shows. Wake up with you, it's a beautiful start. The Cove's a place that's close to my heart. Each voice, each laugh, a melody true. Sunrise sessions wouldn't shine without you. Through every dawn, we've built this bond. A family of light, stretching far and beyond. Rolling the herb, sharing the brew. Moments like this feel sacred with you. The rhythm of life, gentle and kind, echoes in hearts with peace intertwined. Together we stand as the morning breaks. A sunrise with you is all it takes. Wake up with you, it's a beautiful start. The Cove's a place that's close to my heart. Each voice, each laugh, a melody true. Sunrise sessions wouldn't shine without you. Wake up with you, it's a beautiful start. The Cove's a place that's close to my heart. Each voice, each laugh, a melody true. Sunrise sessions wouldn't shine without you. Every smile you share, every story told, a treasure we hold, more precious than gold. You lift the light, you brighten the way. The Cove feels alive with you every day. Wake up with you, it's a beautiful start. The Cove's a place that's close to my heart. Each voice, each laugh, a melody true. Sunrise sessions wouldn't shine without you.
Oh, that's dope. Okay, thank you. Much love. What up, Lumberjack? How are you doing this morning? What up, Bill? What up, Frank? How are you guys doing this morning? Hope you're having wonderful days. Benjamin, are you still rocking with us? Do you want to drop that word friends for our Getting Stoned words? How's everybody's morning going so far? It's been a crazy cold morning. I'll let you start with your temperature, Man-Bear.
-9 degrees Fahrenheit.
Well, I see your -9. I raise you -11. Feels like -28 out.
Yeah, I bet you got that wind going too. We ain't got no wind.
It's actually crazy because it's not very windy out. It's kind of like an eerie stillness in the air. If it was really windy, I bet we'd push it in -50s.
You know what I find when it's snowing really lightly and there's no wind? It's all Silent Hill like. It's all creepy and like snow foggy, and here it gets cold where you get that frozen fog. We can film the creepiest movies here. It'd be good.
Yeah, I love all of the music. There's a reason that songs are played ish when they're played. Like even on the afternoon shows, we try to play different music for the afternoon vibe or the morning vibe, for the Toke Tunes vibe at 9 p.m. Eastern time tonight. Don't fucking miss out.
Yeah, second week of our new track list.
Yes, where Cove-TV. I will say Cove-TV hasn't had the belt in a long time.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
He had some good songs. Man.
He has some very good songs. I love it when he'll throw like a wrench into his playlist. Because, usually if it's like Rocky, everybody kind of floats towards the Cops a lot. Or when we'll throw a rock song in and everybody's like, oh, it's Linkin Park. It's got to be Cove-TV. And it's like, bitch, I like Linkin Park.
I like Linkin Park too. I'm trying to fuck with you. What? I'm not saying we're trying to fuck with you, but I'm also saying we're not trying to fuck with you.
January's playlist, I did go very rap heavy. Because if it was something, it's kind of weird to throw. Good morning, Chance. How are you, man? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Smoking on East Side OG flower. Damn. I've never heard of that. Benjamin, are you still rocking with us? Do you want to drop that word friends? And then I suppose
I'm sorry.
After Benjamin, Vicki would be our next Getting Stoned worder. Good morning, Christina. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Morning update for Tuesday, February 11th, 20-something or another. Congratulations to Magic yesterday on his Stoner Roulette win. Great Who the Fuck Knows last night. I kind of watched it on the YouTube side a little bit and dozed off and on.
It was really funny, actually. It was really good.
And then this morning, just been chilling, working on a few things. Nothing too crazy. I do work today, I believe. So the Chillin' in the Cove show will be at 5, not 4. And Token Tunes tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be a dope-ass time. Do not miss out. Man-Bear, you have anything to add to it?
I'm absolutely pumped for Token tunes tonight. It's always a good time to sit back, relax, and see what tracks you guys have picked. Because I have no idea what songs they picked. I only know what songs I picked. So it's kind of hard because people are like, well, you all react differently when the songs come on. I'm like, why do you think we act differently when the songs come on, and try to not be like, it's mine?
Oh,
and
bro,
like,
I don't
we're
give
all
a fuck if it's a song you pick and I know it, I'm singing that bitch.
oh yeah. These songs are very lyrical, so I will try to sing every single rock song, even if I don't know the lyrics. I'm kind of like, pick them up as I go, man.
We are in our final minute to 420.
Yeah. I think our lists are getting better, and the fact that the way we pick our lists, there might be like double songs, but it won't be ours. It'll be somebody else's. Like if a song transfers from last month to this month, oh wait, they picked that last month. No, it's a Garrett. Ha ha ha.
Gotcha, trucker.
Yeah, it's always a good time.
Make sure that you are packing up, warming up, loading up, grinding up, rolling up. You better hurry the fuck up.
That's a good one. Okay. Okay, I'll do that one.
Yeah.
Hashtag let's fucking go.
It's not 420, just let's fucking go. It's almost 420.
24. Right, almost 24. 420?
That's an all right show.
Yeah, we're having a good time.
We're having a great happy 420 time, everybody. Cheers, cheers.
There we go.
Smoke weed every day.
420, everybody. You ain't wrong, Kate. Oh, man.
I think he took a hot one, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. Sometimes you gotta let it cool down a little more. Things Beans is learning today. Yes. It's okay. He'll be back. What a beautiful sunrise. Would I not like to be there with a nice cold drink and a fat blunt? Whew. Apparently, I'm a little choked out today, too. He's good. He's almost back. Sometimes
It was so hot. It was way too hot. Oh, my God.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm not done yet.
I mean, the only good thing about doing too hot of dabs is you don't normally do them again right away. So, I mean, it is a lesson learning thing. But, you know, this was that one thing. Fun hurts my lungs. It's true. It's still too dough. What I'm told. Oh, I know, I do too. When I was doing nose dabs, yeah. Please stand by. Yeah. We'll be right back after these coughages, like messages. It's weird because you think you're good and then you go to like unmute and you're like, oh, wait, here it comes. Coming back again. Aftermath. Never knew it was coming back. We start getting emotional about it.
Oh.
See? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But now he's emotional about it. He's like, I love you, Dabs, but god damn it, why'd you do that to me? Whew. It's a love-hate relationship.
I just cleaned that banger. That was the first dab I did out of that banger.
Oh shit.
Yes.
So clean banger makes a difference, folks. That's the lesson learned today.
I am ripped like a pair of emo kids' jeans. Good morning. Oh no. No, Bill, absolutely, Kay, and Christine are 100%, 100% right. What do you know, Man-Bear?
I know it's Tuesday and I love lamp. I don't know how to breathe either. I'm actually pulling on. I love my mug. I know that it needs to be refilled soon.
Same.
Yeah. But other than that, I'm good. Yeah. We got some good stuff coming up here shortly.
What are all of you amazing people doing today? Hopefully staying warm because it's crazy cold.
Yeah. This heater out here is definitely helping.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pretty chill on Tuesday. I'm excited for some token tunes. I'm excited for some roulette tomorrow. Very excited for that. Also, are we still doing shit tomorrow?
Yes.
No, we still got some super hard, intense trivia.
Kay, I'm gonna talk to my boss today about treats for you because she's she's a big dog mom, and when I get the ones or whatever I think that you sending, I will give some to her so she can
try them out. Yeah, good shit. We connecting you with the right peoples when we can. Yeah, giggity. Hey, if you need to go refill, man, you're good. I can get it in a minute, man. Woo.
I'm chilling.
Good? Goodish?
Goodish.
Goodish, yeah. The ish really works for the morning show. We got an ish morning coming up. Goodish. Smokish. Vicki Bowers coming up.
Absolutely, Kay. That's why I was asking about the bigger treats, because she has big-ass Dobermans.
Ooh. Big dog. Well, like your brother's got a pretty big dog, too, eh?
My brother has the biggest dog I've ever seen.
I don't know, man. What's his name? Sorry, not what's his name. Was it Brad or no? It was God damn. It was Country Brad that had the big dog, wasn't it? Last time.
He has a Newfoundland.
Yeah.
Brad has a Mastiff.
Yeah. Yep. The biggest dog I ever known was a Mastiff. 285 pounds. Beast. That one hit you real good, man.
Dude, so much.
Yeah, I've been keeping track. About 5 minutes of the aftermath there for you. Damn. Sometimes it never ends. Never ends. Never ends.
Peck has a cane Corso, that's right, yeah.
No, there you go.
I effing love big dogs, man.
They're usually puppies. They're usually nice dogs. You know what I mean? I've met a lot of big dogs that aren't just ferocious. You know, it's kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah, the bull mastiff that we knew, Cobain, named after Kurt Cobain, he was a puppy, man. He'd drool all over you before he'd bite you. He never bit a person. Yeah.
All right, yeah, we can do
Yeah.
this in history. Let me play a quick song, and then I will grab that and get that ready. Here we go. Cheers, cheers, everybody.
Where mornings glow, a place where hearts find room to grow. Coffee's brewing, the day feels right, sparking joy in the morning light. Palm trees sway, skies painted blue, every moment feels alive and true. We gather here, a paradise divine, the Cove, where vibes align. It's good to see you, the day begins. In the Cove, where connection wins. Cannabis clouds and sunshine's kiss. Together we rise in a morning like this. The breeze runs free, a canvas painted with tranquility. Coffee warms as the herb ignites, uniting souls in the Cove's delight. Golden sunlight kisses the shore, a rhythm of peace that we all adore. Together we dream, together we stay. Our path each day. It's good to see you, the day begins. In the Cove, where connection wins. Cannabis clouds and sunshine's kiss. Together we rise in
love the Tweety Bird mug. Good morning, Magic.
Booyakasha!
How are you? That was good.
I got this heater just blowing right on me. It's so awesome. I don't even care about the -9. Fuck you, -9.
This day in history, everybody. Here we go with the one and only, the Vicki B herself.
Welcome back. And if this is your first time here, welcome. Today we'll take a look at a word that's been in the news quite a bit lately, learn about something that has kept a lot of people warm, acknowledge the lives of one each, prolific inventor and entertainer, and a song. You ready? Okay, grab your favorite cuppa and let's have a look. Hi there, and welcome to This Day in History for February 11th. February 11th is the 42nd day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, with 323 days remaining to the end of the year, unless it happens to be a leap year, in which case there are 324 days. Today's word is tariff. Tariff is a noun that may occasionally be used as a verb. As a noun, tariff refers to a tax or duty imposed by a government on imports or exports. In this case, duty also means a tax on imported or exported goods, services, or transactions, typically based on a percentage of the total value of goods. Tariff can also refer to a list of prices, charges, or fees for goods or services. Example sentences might be, the travelers were surprised by the high tariff on luxury goods at the border, or the trade agreement aimed to reduce tariffs between the two countries, or the government imposed a tariff on imported steel to protect domestic manufacturers. When used as a verb, tariff means to levy a tariff or set a price on goods or services. The word tariff comes to us through Italian, originally from Arabic, where it meant notification or inventory of fees, from a root word that meant to define or to announce. First known use of the word tariff in the English language is in the late 1500s. Tariff. Today's word tariff was suggested by YouTube viewer @JeffGavin. Thanks, Jeff. And if you have a word you'd like us to examine in this Word of the Day segment, drop it in the comments. We'll take a look at it. And with that, on February 18th, 1808, a man named Jesse Fell burned some anthracite coal in an open grate as an experiment in heating with coal. Anthracite is a metamorphosed type of coal that contains a high carbon content. It burns differently than wood does, and hotter too. And this experiment of his appears to have been successful, as coal has been used to heat homes for quite a while now. This is the birthday of Thomas Edison, born February 11th, 1847. He was an engineer, businessman, and inventor. Pretty busy guy. The top three things that pop to my mind when I hear Edison are light bulb, phonograph, and electricity. Thomas Edison died in 1931 at the age of 84. Vic Damone was born Vito Rocco Farinola on June 12, 1928, in New York City, New York. He dropped out of high school to go to work when his father was injured and couldn't work, and he was working as an elevator operator at the Paramount Theater in Manhattan when he met Perry Como there. For those of you who are too young to remember Perry Como, he was hugely popular as a singer, actor, and television personality with a career spanning over 60 years. Perry Como got on the elevator, and of course, Vic Damone recognized him immediately and sang for him right there on the elevator. Perry Como was sufficiently impressed to refer Vic Damone to a friend for an audition. And so it is. As so many did in that time, Vic Damone also got his start singing at a local radio station. He progressed to variety shows and singing in clubs and ended up with a record contract in a couple of years. His first release, I Have But One Heart, hit number 7 on the Billboard chart in the mid-1940s. Vic Damone enjoyed a nice long career, passed in 2018 at the age of 89. Vic Damone. Thinking about Vic Damone reminded me of the song What Kind of Fool Am I? Written by Leslie Bricusse and Anthony Newley in 1962, it was introduced by Anthony Newley in the musical Stop the World, I Want to Get Off as the closing number of Act 2. The song reflects the character's introspective lament about never experiencing true love. What Kind of Fool Am I won the Grammy Award for Song of the Year in 1963, marking the first time this honor was bestowed upon British writers. Over the years, the song has been covered by numerous artists, including Sammy Davis Jr., Vic Damone, Andy Williams, Shirley Bassey, and Leslie Gore, just to name a few. The song also has references in popular culture, including a performance by Kermit the Frog on The Ed Sullivan Show in 1970, and as an inspiration for a Gary Larson cartoon. I have a link for Vic Damone's version of What Kind of Fool Am I in the description for you. Alrighty. On a personal note, I took Miss Ripley Ann to Glamour Paws today for a bath and a trim, and while she was there, I went myself over to the day spa for a mani-pedi. It's a pretty little, nicely done manicure. Rip managed to get that cute little bow out of her hair before we were a quarter mile from the doggy spa, but I still have my nail polish on. The daily quotes seem to be pretty popular, and I'm glad you like them. So let me leave you with one today. Austrian-American management consultant, educator, and author Peter Drucker said, "The best way to predict the future is to create it." Y'all have an awesome day now, and I'll see you next time. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That playlist lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page. It's called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.
Yes, please make sure that you are following Vicki Bowers. She is so incredible. Love this and history every day. We super duper appreciate it. Make sure you're checking out her Rumble and BitChute and Facebook and YouTube. Oh shit, song of the day. I'm too high for this shit. I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the best Kermit the Frog impressions I've ever heard.
That was good, man.
That was like so good. I was like, I don't know, was it a sound effect? That was really good, Vicki B.
I love the quote of the day. I heard a good quote too. It said, "If you're not changing it, you're choosing it."
Hey. Yeah, that's dope. That's cool. Sounds like she had a good day yesterday. So,
I gotta grab a coffee, but I'm good to.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll play a song quick, and then we'll go from there. I hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday morning. Cheers, cheers, everybody.
The sun creeps up, painting skies in gold. The cove awakens, a story to be told. Feel the sand in beneath, so soft, so warm. A tranquil escape where peace is born. Music flows
rhythm of life we can't hide. Roll it up, let the good vibe show. A spark of bliss in the soft dawn glow. We're dancing in the dawn where the world feels alive. With every step the music lets us thrive. The touch of the sand, the rhythm so free. Moments like this are all we need. Inhale the calm, let it fill your soul. Exhale the world, let the good vibes roll. The cove and the sea, they call our song. Dancing in the dawn where we belong. Morning light reflects on the water's face. At the cove we found our sacred space. Roll the green, let the clouds drift high. A moment of magic beneath the sky. Time slows down as the day takes hold. The cove, our temple, the sunrise gold. Feel the rhythm, let the music play. A celebration of life in every way. We're dancing in the dawn where the world feels alive. With every step, the music lets us thrive. The touch of the sand, the rhythm so free. Moments like this are all we need. Inhale the calm, let it fill your soul. Exhale the world, let the good vibes roll. The cove and the sea, they call our song. Dancing in the dawn where we belong. We're dancing in the dawn where the world feels alive. With every step, the music lets us thrive. The touch of the sand, the rhythm so free. Moments like this are all we need. Inhale the calm, let it fill your soul. Exhale the world, let the good vibes roll. The cold and the sea, they call our song. Dancing in the dawn where we belong.
Fucking love that song. That's been like my favorite song lately. I could just like hit play again. Man-Bear, you're a robot. Pixel face, bro. I hope you're back. Yeah, that was good. That was a really good This Day in History. I'm excited for our morning speaker because we are doing chapter 3, or in chapter 3 of the Subart and Not Giving a Fuck.
Right. It's been very good. I very much so enjoyed it. It's, you know, and it's not just the title. I think it's really hard for.
I think that the title is super misleading in the best of ways because it's not
in
about
the best of ways.
It's about what the fuck are you giving a fuck about?
Thank you. That's what I was getting at. It's not don't give a fuck about anything. It's give a fuck about like what matters and don't give a fuck about what doesn't, basically.
I remember listening to this book years ago, and I remember the one part that he was talking about in the last chapter was about how it's kind of like when you're born, you are given so many fucks to give. Or I feel like you start out with all of these fucks to give in life, right? And as a kid, you're just throwing them out all willy-nilly. Like kids cry over the simplest shit. They get so upset over dumb shit. And then as you get older, you realize that you're starting to run out of fucks. And like as you progress through life, your fuck it bucket gets lower and lower. And as you look into it, you're like, oh man, I'm running out of fucks to give on shit.
You know, and it's not that we're not as empathic as we used to be. It's just we have to try to focus on things that are more important to us while still trying to be, slightly empathic, slightly help people. But you know what I always say, my quote for me and how my life going is, I can't help you if my glass is empty, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'll help you as much as I can, but I gotta fill my glass up before I can start helping other people. Like, I gotta be good. And I don't even want to say first. That's not the right word. It's just I gotta be able to be kind of good to help other people. Yeah. I can't, wear myself so thin where I'm out of everything. I'm completely, you know what I mean? I'm out of resources. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to take care of yourself. And that's one thing I know that we always talk about around here is a lot of people don't realize that you're helping so many other people out there. You're not taking care of yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. I was talking to Kelsey yesterday about like me planning here in the next few weeks to take a couple days off just for like vacay style. I mean, we don't miss shows. And so I actually might take a couple days off here in the next week or two.
Yep.
And there might not be a morning or an afternoon show for a day or two just so I can take a break and vacay. And, we go pretty hard at this every day. And so,
you know what? Everybody needs a staycation every once in a while, man. You know what? Staycation's the best way to put it, man. I want you to hang out with Morgan and watch some YouTube documentaries and not do a fucking thing. I want you to get stoned. I want you to fucking have a great time when you.
Yeah, and I don't know for sure when or how long. It's just something I've been thinking about. Yes, Kay, that is correct.
Well, you totally deserve it. I mean, Beanz works so hard on all this show stuff, man. He deserves like 3 days off, and I know he's not going to take no 3 days off in a row because that I got to do show stuff. We're coming back, but a couple of days off, you definitely deserve that shit, brother. Just wanted to say that, man.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of something me and Cops were talking about after the afternoon show yesterday. We sat and had quite a long meeting about all sorts of stuff, about some schedule shifting, maybe bringing some new like smaller segments in, adjusting some segments here or there, and so it was just kind of one of the topics of the things that we were talking about is because
it takes a lot for when Garrett. I know that when Beanz has to like run a multiple shows a day, I know it takes a lot.
Good morning, Box Man. How are you, brother? Hope you're having a wonderful day.
I know it takes a lot for Garrett to do that, so I know that the reason why you're talking about taking a full day off is because I know that you work really hard just to make that 1 day worth of show do it. So if he's going to go wholeheartedly, I know he doesn't want to do like one show and then take the rest of the day off. He kind of wants to like, unless you're working, I know you want to like go all in, or you know what I mean? His days off are going to be like, he ain't doing shit all. He's going to sleep in, but it's only going to be like 6:30 a.m. when he wakes up.
The schedule is set up the way it is because there's days that are very production heavy, and then there's other days where it's not, and I'm able to work on other things and stuff like that. Yeah. And so, it's great, but I'm up 2 hours before the show every morning, and start my day. And I'm usually, if we have a night show, I'm usually at least it's fucking 11, 12 o'clock before I actually go, lay down to go to bed.
He yelled at me this morning in text. He was like, "Man-Bear." It was all caps, and I was like, "What? I'm here. What? What are you yelling at me for?"
You do normally text me first or message me first in the mornings.
Yeah.
So I had to throw a loop in your day, bro.
I know, it was awesome.
Let's do our back-to-back track attack. We'll do our morning speaker. We're going old school this morning. I hope y'all are having a wonderful fucking Tuesday. Wonderful fucking, totally terrific truffle ties, twisted titty, tie-dye turkey, taco token tunes Tuesday.
In your eyes, I see you shining bright like the morning sky. That's got its ups and downs, its twists and turns, but every step you take is a lesson learned. When the road gets rough and you feel unsure, just know you're a fighter, you're meant to endure. Beanz is here to say you're doing just fine. You got the heart, the strength, you've got the shine. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. You're amazing, don't forget, in every way. When life gets tough, just remember this truth. You're strong, you're brave, and you've got the proof. Every challenge you face, every mountain you climb, shows the power within every single time. So smile, stand tall, don't be led astray. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. You got that courage, you got that fire. You're the kind of person who lifts others higher. When the weight feels heavy and the path seems long, remember you're built to be tough and stand strong. You're a rock star, a warrior, no need to pretend. You got the grit and the heart to the very end. So go out and conquer whatever comes your way. Beanz knows you've got this every single day. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. You're amazing, don't forget, in every way. When life gets tough, just remember this truth. You're strong, you're brave, and you've got the proof. Every challenge you face, every mountain you climb, shows the power within every single time. So smile, stand tall, don't be led astray. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. When the world feels heavy and you're feeling low, just take a deep breath and let that strength show. You're not just surviving, you're living out loud. Be proud of who you are, stand tall and be proud. Life's just a test of how far you've come. You're shining like the brightest sun. So keep your head high, let the worries fade. Beanz are cheering you on every step of the way. You have a wonderful day. You're amazing, don't forget, in every way. When life gets tough, just remember this truth. You're strong, you're brave, and you've got the proof. Every challenge you face, every mountain you climb, shows the power within every single time. So smile, stand tall, don't be led astray. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. Hey you, yeah, you're gonna be okay. Beanz believes in you each and every day. So go out there, shine, let nothing get in your way. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Good morning, Crystal. No worries. You probably need sleep. Okay? Oh, Bill, but that's the best part, bro. That's my favorite part. Just saying. Go ahead, Man-Bear.
Do something nice for strangers today.
Today's the day to spread a little light. Do something kind, make the world feel right. From the Rockies to the lakes, the northern sky so blue. We've got the heart and soul to see it through. Do something nice for a stranger today. A smile, a helping hand goes a long way. In this great big world, be the best you can. Man-Bear's message is clear, lend a hand. Be yourself, cause no one else can be. You're one of a kind, a rarity. Do something nice, make someone's day. Man-Bear's wisdom lighting the way. From the maple leaf to the snowy peaks, spreading kindness in every word we speak. Stay lifted, stay positive, let the good vibes flow. Be the change in the world that we all want to know. The great white north, where the spirit's strong, where kindness echoes like a favorite song. Hold the door, share a laugh, lend a helping hand. We're all in this together, walking the same land. Grab your toque and your boots, show the world your heart. Every little gesture's where the good things start. Be true to yourself and let the kindness shine. With every step you take, you're on Man-Bear's line. Be yourself, cause no one else can be. You're one of a kind, a rarity. Do something nice, make someone's day. Man-Bear's wisdom lighting the way. From the maple leaf to the snowy peaks, spreading kindness in every word we speak. Stay lifted, stay positive, let the good vibes flow. Be the change in the world that we all want to know. So with that red and white, let the love flow free. We're stronger together, it's our legacy. Man, let's just keep going, lift up and inspire. Be yourself and chase your heart's desire. Cause no one else can be. You're one of a kind, a rare just make someone's day. Man-Bear's wisdom lighting the way. From the make-believe to the snowy peaks, spreading kindness in every word they speak. Stay lifted, stay positive, let the good vibes flow. Be the change in the world that we all want to know. So take the song and let it be your guide, with Man-Bear's message right by your side. Do something kind, let your true self shine. The world needs you, one day at a time.
I love it. That's great. One thing I do truly enjoy is watching all the back and forth of the comment that have nothing to do with us, like just the joshing and the conversation and stuff like that. It's. I've always said it. It's so fucking special to me to see people connect on something. I mean, obviously we all connect over cannabis, but more than that, like a book or a fucking morning breakfast, something like that. Like, oh, holy shit, you like your eggs that way too? That's crazy. It's just so crazy to me. I love it so much, especially from like it's such a diverse range of different types of viewers, and it just amazes me how like somebody from, you know, in their older years can connect with somebody who's maybe in their 20s or 30s or whatever over something so minuscule as, you know, a favorite quote or a book or you know, I don't know. It's just amazing to me.
Song.
Yeah, for real. Like, oh, holy shit, you know, oh, nobody likes these guys, but I really like these guys. And that other person's like, I love those guys. It's like, what?
Yeah, that was always my favorite joke. I was like, you know, the drummer of Nirvana really looks like the lead singer of Foo Fighters. You know, it's
I
really
think it's twin brother.
gotta be cousin or something.
All right, everybody, here we go. We are on chapter 3. The title of this chapter is "You Are Not Special."
You are Chapter 3. You are not special. I once knew a guy. We'll call him Jimmy. Jimmy always had various business ventures going. On any given day, if you asked him what he was doing, he'd rattle off the name of some firm he was consulting with. Or he'd describe a promising medical app he was looking for angel investors to fund. Or he'd talk about some charity event he was supposed to be the keynote speaker for. Or how he had an idea for a more efficient type of gas pump that was going to make him billions. The guy was always rolling, always on, and if you gave him an inch of conversational daylight, he'd pulverize you about how world-spinning his work was, how brilliant his latest ideas were, and he'd name-drop so much it felt like you were talking to a tabloid reporter. Jimmy was all positivity all the time, always pushing himself, always working an angle, a real go-getter, whatever the fuck that means. The catch was that Jimmy was also a total deadbeat. All talk and no walk. Stoned a majority of the time and spending as much money in bars and fine restaurants as he did on his business ideas, Jimmy was a professional leech, living off his family's hard-won money by spinning them as well as everybody else in the city on false ideas of future tech glory. Sure, sometimes he'd put in some token effort, or pick up the phone and cold call some bigwig and name drop until he ran out of names, but nothing ever actually happened. None of these ventures ever blossomed into anything. Yet the guy kept this up for years, living off girlfriends and more distant relatives well into his late 20s. And the most screwed up part was that Jimmy felt good about it. He had a delusional level of self-confidence. People who laughed at him or hung up on him were, in his mind, missing the opportunity of their lives. People who called him out on his bogus business ideas were too ignorant and inexperienced to understand his genius. People who pointed out his deadbeat lifestyle were jealous. They were haters who envied his success.
Hey, good morning, Yvonne. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. We just starting our morning speaker, but you know that. You've been watching. Cheers, everybody.
Jimmy did make some money, although it was usually through the sketchiest of means, like selling another person's business idea as his own, or finagling a loan from someone, or worse, talking someone into giving him equity in their startup. He actually occasionally talked people into paying him to do some public speaking. About what, I can't even imagine. The worst part was that Jimmy believed his own bullshit. His delusion was so bulletproof, it was honestly hard to get mad at him. It was actually kind of amazing. Sometime in the 1960s, developing high self-esteem, having positive thoughts and feelings about oneself, became all the rage in psychology. Research found that people who thought highly about themselves generally performed better and caused fewer problems. Many researchers and policymakers at the time came to believe that raising a population's self-esteem could lead to some tangible social benefits: lower crime, better academic records, greater employment, lower budget deficits. As a result, beginning in the next decade, the 1970s, self-esteem practices began to be taught to parents, emphasized by therapists, politicians, and teachers, and instituted into educational policy. Grade inflations, for example, was implemented to make low-achieving kids feel better about their lack of achievement. Participation awards and bogus trophies were invented for any number of mundane and expected activities. Kids were given inane homework assignments, like writing down all the reasons why they thought they were special, or the 5 things they liked most about themselves. Pastors and ministers told their congregations that they were each uniquely special in God's eyes and were destined to excel and not be average. Business and motivational seminars cropped up chanting the same paradoxical mantra: every single one of us can be exceptional and massively successful. But it's a generation later, and the data is in. We're not all exceptional. It turns out that merely feeling good about yourself doesn't really mean anything unless you have a good reason to feel good about yourself. It turns out that adversity and failure are actually useful and even necessary for developing strong-minded and successful adults. It turns out that teaching people to believe they're exceptional and to feel good about themselves no matter what doesn't lead to a population full of Bill Gateses and Martin Luther Kings. It leads to a population full of Jimmys. Jimmy, the delusional startup founder. Jimmy, who smoked pot every day and had no real marketable skills other than talking himself up and believing it. Jimmy, the type of guy who yelled at his business partner for being immature, and then maxed out the company credit card at Le Bernardin trying to impress some Russian model. Jimmy, who was quickly running out of aunts and uncles who could loan him more money. Yes, that confident, high self-esteem Jimmy. The Jimmy who spent so much time talking about how good he was that he forgot to, actually do something. The problem with the self-esteem movement is that it measured self-esteem by how positively people felt about themselves. But a true and accurate measurement of one's self-worth is how people feel about the negative aspects of themselves. If a person like Jimmy feels absolutely fucking great 99.9% of the time, despite his life falling apart around him, then how can that be a valid metric for a successful and happy life? Jimmy is entitled. That is, he feels as though he deserves good things without actually earning them. He believes he should be able to be rich without actually working for it. He believes he should be liked and well-connected without actually helping anyone. He believes he should have an amazing lifestyle without actually sacrificing anything. People like Jimmy become so fixated on feeling good about themselves that they manage to delude themselves into believing that they are accomplishing great things even when they're not. They believe they're the brilliant presenter on stage when actually they're making a fool of themselves. They believe they're the successful startup founder when, in fact, they've never had a successful venture. They call themselves life coaches and charge money to help others, even though they're only 25 years old and haven't actually accomplished anything substantial in their lives. Entitled people exude a delusional degree of self-confidence. This confidence can be alluring to others, at least for a little while. In some instances, the entitled person's delusional level of confidence can become contagious and help the people around the entitled person feel more confident in themselves too. Despite all of Jimmy's shenanigans, I have to admit that it was fun hanging out with him sometimes. You felt indestructible around him. But the problem with entitlement is that it makes people need to feel good about themselves all the time, even at the expense of those around them. And because entitled people always need to feel good about themselves, they end up spending most of their time thinking about themselves. After all, it takes a lot of energy and work to convince yourself that your shit doesn't stink, especially when you've actually been living in a toilet. Once people have developed the thought pattern to constantly construe what happens around them as self-aggrandizing, it's extremely hard to break them out of it. Any attempt to reason with them is seen as simply another threat to their superiority by another person who can't handle how smart or talented or good-looking or successful they are. Entitlement closes in upon itself in a kind of narcissistic bubble, distorting anything and everything in such a way as to reinforce itself. People who feel entitled view every occurrence in their life as either an affirmation of, or a threat to, their own greatness. If something good happens to them, it's because of some amazing feat they accomplished. If something bad happens to them, it's because somebody is jealous and trying to bring them down a notch. Entitlement is impervious. People who are entitled delude themselves into whatever feeds their sense of superiority. They keep their mental facade standing at all costs, even if it sometimes requires being physically or emotionally abusive to those around them. But entitlement is a failed strategy. It's just another high. It's not happiness. The true measurement of self-worth is not how a person feels about her positive experiences, but rather how she feels about her negative experiences. A person like Jimmy hides from his problems by making up imagined successes for himself at every turn. And because he can't face his problems no matter how good he feels about himself, he is weak. A person who actually has a high self-worth is able to look at the negative parts of his character frankly. Yes, sometimes I'm irresponsible with money. Yes, sometimes I exaggerate my own success. Yes, I rely too much on others to support me and should be more self-reliant. And then acts to improve upon them. But entitled people, because they are incapable of acknowledging their own problems openly and honestly, are incapable of improving their lives in any lasting or meaningful way. They are left chasing high after high and accumulate greater and greater levels of denial. But eventually, reality must hit, and the underlying problems will once again make themselves clear. It's just a question of when and how painful it will be.
Damn, that was dope. Real quick, we're on to the next one, but you can say something or whatever. You're good.
Yeah, that was really good.
That was crazy good. All right, so that was just our first segment of chapter 3. Here we go. Next one is called. I thought it was going to start. Dang it! Things fall apart. Here we go.
Things fall apart.
That.
I sat in my 9 a.m. biology class, arms cradling my head on my desk, as I stared at the clock's second hand making laps, each tick syncopated with the teacher's dronings on about chromosomes and mitosis. Like most 13-year-olds stuck in a stuffy fluorescent classroom, I was bored. A knock came on the door. Mr. Price, the school's assistant principal, stuck his head in. "Excuse me for interrupting. Mark, can you step outside with me for a moment? Oh, and bring your things with you." Strange, I thought. Kids get sent to the principal, but the principal rarely gets sent to them. I gathered my things and stepped out. The hallway was empty. Hundreds of beige lockers converged on the horizon. "Mark, can you take me to your locker, please?" "Sure," I say, and slug myself down the hall, baggy jeans and moppy hair, and oversized Pantera t-shirt and all. We get to my locker. "Open it, please," Mr. Price says, so I do. He steps in front of me and gathers my coat, my gym bag, my backpack, all of the locker's contents, minus a few notebooks and pencils. He starts walking away. "Come with me, please," he says, without looking back. I start to get an uneasy feeling. I follow him to his office, where he asks me to sit down. He closes the door and locks it. He goes over to the window and adjusts the blinds to block the view from outside. My palms begin to sweat. This is not a normal principal visit. Mr. Price sits down and quietly rummages through my things, checking pockets, unzipping zippers, shaking out my gym clothes and placing them on the floor. Without looking up at me, Mr. Price asks, "Do you know what I'm looking for, Mark?" No, I say. Drugs. The word shocks me into nervous attention. Drugs? I stammer. What kind? He looks at me sternly. I don't know. What kind do you have? He opens one of my binders and checks the small pockets meant for pens. My sweat blossoms like a fungal growth. It spreads from my palms to my arms and now my neck. My temples pulsate as blood floods my brain and face. Like most 13-year-olds freshly accused of possessing narcotics and bringing them to school, I want to run away and hide. I don't know what you're talking about, I protest, the words sounding far meeker than I'd like. I feel as if I should be sounding confident in myself right now. Or maybe not. Maybe I should be scared. Do liars sound more scared or more confident? Because however they sound, I want to sound the opposite. Instead, my lack of confidence compounds. Unconfidence about my sounding unconfident, making me more unconfident. That fucking feedback loop from hell. We'll see about that, he says, turning his attention to my backpack, which seemingly has 100 pockets. Each is loaded with its own silly teen desiderata. Colored pens, old notes passed in class, early 90s CDs with cracked cases, dried-up markers, an old sketch pad with half its pages missing, dust and lint and crap accumulated during a maddeningly circuitous middle school existence. My sweat must be pumping at the speed of light, because time extends itself and dilates such that what is mere seconds on that 9 a.m. second period biology clock now feels like Paleolithic eons, and I'm growing up and dying every minute. Just me and Mr. Price and my bottomless backpack. Somewhere around the Mesolithic age, Mr. Price finishes searching the backpack. Having found nothing, he seems flustered. He turns the pack upside down and lets all of my crap crash onto his office floor. He's now sweating as profusely as I am, except in place of my terror, there is his anger. No drugs today, huh? He tries to sound casual. Nope, so do I. He spreads my stuff out, separating each item and coagulating them into little piles beside my gym gear. My coat and backpack now lie empty and lifeless on his lap. He sighs and stares at the wall. Like most 13-year-olds locked in an office with a man angrily throwing their shit all over the floor, I want to cry. Mr. Price scans the contents organized on the floor. Nothing illicit or illegal, no narcotics, not even anything against school policy. He sighs and then throws the coat and backpack on the floor too. He bends over and puts his elbows on his knees, making his face level with mine. Mark, I'm going to give you one last chance to be honest with me. If you are honest, this will turn out much better for you. If it turns out you're lying, then it's going to be much worse. As if on cue, I gulp. Now tell me the truth, Mr. Price demands. Did you bring drugs to school today? Fighting back tears, screams clawing at my throat, I stare my tormentor in the face and, in a pleading voice, dying to be relieved of its adolescent horrors, I say, No, I don't have any drugs. I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, he says, signaling surrender. I guess you can collect your things and go. He takes one last longing gaze at my deflated backpack, lying like a broken promise there on his office floor. He casually puts one foot down on the pack, stomping lightly, a last-ditch effort. I anxiously wait for him to get up and leave so I can get on with my life and forget this whole nightmare. But his foot stops on something. What is this? He asks, tapping with his foot. What is what? I say. There's still something in here. He picks up the bag and starts feeling around the bottom of it. For me, the room gets fuzzy. Everything goes wobbly. When I was young, I was smart. I was friendly. But I was also a shithead. I mean that in the most loving way possible. I was a rebellious, lying little shithead, angry and full of resentment. When I was 12, I hacked my house's security system with refrigerator magnets so I could sneak out undetected in the middle of the night. My friend and I would put his mom's car in neutral and push it into the street so we could drive around without waking her up. I would write papers about abortion because I knew my English teacher was a hardcore conservative Christian. Another friend and I stole cigarettes from his mom and sold them to kids out behind the school. And I also cut a secret compartment into the bottom of my backpack to hide my marijuana. That was the same hidden compartment Mr. Price found after stepping on the drugs I was hiding. I had been lying, and as promised, Mr. Price didn't go easy on me. A few hours later, like most 13-year-olds handcuffed in the back of a police car, I thought my life was over. And I was kind of right in a way. My parents quarantined me at home. I was to have no friends for the foreseeable future. Having been expelled from school, I was to be homeschooled for the rest of the year. My mom made me get a haircut and threw out all of my Marilyn Manson and Metallica shirts, which for an adolescent in 1998 was tantamount to being sentenced to death by lameness. My dad dragged me to his office with him in the mornings and made me file papers for hours on end. Once homeschooling was over, I was enrolled in a small private Christian school where, and this may not surprise you, I didn't exactly fit in. And just when I had finally cleaned up my act and turned in my assignments and learned the value of good clerical responsibility, my parents decided to get divorced. I tell you all of this only to point out that my adolescence sucked donkey balls. I lost all of my friends, my community, my legal rights, and my family within the span of about 9 months. My therapist in my 20s would later call this some real traumatic shit, and I would spend the next decade and change working on unraveling it and becoming less of a self-absorbed, entitled little prick. The problem with my home life back then was not all of the horrible things that were said or done. Rather, it was all of the horrible things that needed to be said and done but weren't. My family stonewalls the way Warren Buffett makes money or Jenna Jameson fucks. We're champions at it. The house could have been burning down around us, and it would have been met with, "Oh no, everything's fine. A tad warm in here, perhaps, but really, everything's fine." When my parents got divorced, there were no broken dishes, no slammed doors, no screaming arguments about who fucked whom. Once they had reassured my brother and me that it wasn't our fault, we had a Q&A session. Yes, you read that right, about the logistics of the new living arrangements. Not a tear was shed. Not a voice was raised. The closest peek my brother and I got into our parents' unraveling emotional lives was hearing, "Nobody cheated on anybody." Oh, that's nice. It was a tad warm in the room, but really, everything was fine. My parents are good people. I don't blame them for any of this, not anymore at least. And I love them very much. They have their own stories and their own journeys and their own problems, just as all parents do, and just as all of their parents do, and so on. And like all parents, my parents, with the best of intentions, imparted some of their problems to me, as I probably will to my kids. When real traumatic shit like this happens in our lives, we begin to unconsciously feel as though we have problems that we're incapable of ever solving. And this assumed inability to solve our problems causes us to feel miserable and helpless. But it also causes something else to happen. If we have problems that are unsolvable, our unconscious figures that we're either uniquely special or uniquely defective in some way, that we're somehow unlike everyone else and that the rules must be different for us. Put simply, we become entitled. The pain from my adolescence led me down a road of entitlement that lasted through much of my early adulthood. Whereas Jimmy's entitlement played out in the business world, where he pretended to be a huge success, my entitlement played out in my relationships, particularly with women. My trauma had revolved around intimacy and acceptance, so I felt a constant need to overcompensate, to prove to myself that I was loved and accepted at all times. And as a result, I soon took to chasing women the same way a cocaine addict takes to a snowman made out of cocaine. I made sweet love to it, and then promptly suffocated myself in it. I became a player, an immature, selfish, albeit sometimes charming player. And I strung up a long series of superficial and unhealthy relationships for the better part of a decade. It wasn't so much the sex I craved, although the sex was fun. It was the validation. I was wanted. I was loved. For the first time since I could remember, I was worthy. My craving for validation quickly fed into a mental habit of self-aggrandizing and overindulgence. I felt entitled to say or do whatever I wanted, to break people's trust, to ignore people's feelings, and then justify it later with shitty, half-assed apologies. While this period certainly had its moments of fun and excitement, and I met some wonderful women, my life was more or less a wreck the whole time. I was often unemployed, living on friends' couches or with my mom, drinking way more than I should have been, alienating a number of friends. And when I did meet a woman I really liked, my self-absorption quickly torpedoed everything. The deeper the pain, the more helpless we feel against our problems, and the more entitlement we adopt to compensate for those problems. This entitlement plays out in one of two ways. 1. I'm awesome and the rest of you all suck, so I deserve special treatment. 2. I suck and the rest of you are all awesome, so I deserve special treatment. Opposite mindset on the outside, but the same selfish, creamy core in the middle. In fact, you will often see self-entitled people flip back and forth between the two. Either they're on top of the world or the world is on top of them, depending on the day of the week, or how well they're doing in their particular addiction at that moment. Most people correctly identify a person like Jimmy as a raging narcissistic asshat. That's because he's pretty blatant in his delusionally high self-regard. What most people don't correctly identify as entitlement are those people who perpetually feel as though they're inferior and unworthy of the world. Because construing everything in life so as to make yourself out to be constantly victimized requires just as much selfishness as the opposite. It takes just as much energy and delusional self-aggrandizement to maintain the belief that one has insurmountable problems as that one has no problems at all. The truth is that there's no such thing as a personal problem. If you've got a problem, chances are millions of other people have had it in the past, have it now, and are going to have it in the future. Likely people you know, too. That doesn't minimize the problem or mean that it shouldn't hurt. It doesn't mean you aren't legitimately a victim in some circumstances. It just means that you're not special. Often, it's this realization that you and your problems are actually not privileged in their severity or pain that is the first and most important step toward solving them. But for some reason, it appears that more and more people, particularly young people, are forgetting this. Numerous professors and educators have noted a lack of emotional resilience and an excess of selfish demands in today's young people. It's not uncommon now for books to be removed from a class's curriculum for no other reason than that they made someone feel bad. Speakers and professors are shouted down and banned from campuses for infractions as simple as suggesting that maybe some Halloween costumes really aren't that offensive. School counselors note that more students than ever are exhibiting severe signs of emotional distress over what are otherwise run-of-the-mill daily college experiences, such as an argument with a roommate or getting a low grade in a class. It's strange that in an age when we are more connected than ever, entitlements seem to be at an all-time high. Something about recent technology seems to allow our insecurities to run amok like never before. The more freedom we're given to express ourselves, the more we want to be free of having to deal with anyone who may disagree with us or upset us. The more exposed we are to opposing viewpoints, the more we seem to get upset that those other viewpoints exist. The easier and more problem-free our lives become, the more we seem to feel entitled for them to get even better. The benefits of the internet and social media are unquestionably fantastic. In many ways, this is the best time in history to be alive. But perhaps these technologies are having some unintended social side effects. Perhaps these same technologies that have liberated and educated so many are simultaneously enabling people's sense of entitlement more than ever before.
Dang, that was really good. I was looking, we got 2 more segments after this, but that was a really good one. He's so busted. So busted. You're good, member.
Yep.
You want me to wait for you to get back, or I can't?
No, I can hear it.
Okay. Yep. All right. Here we go. Let's see if I can do this right. The next segment is called... Damn it, he didn't start it. All right, here we go.
The tyranny of exceptionalism. Most of us are pretty average at most things we do. Even if you're exceptional at one thing, chances are you're average or below average at most other things. That's just the nature of life. To become truly great at something, you have to dedicate shit tons of time and energy to do it. And because we all have limited time and energy, few of us ever become truly exceptional at more than one thing, if anything at all. We can then say that it's a statistical improbability that any single person will be an extraordinary performer in all areas of life, or even in many areas of their life. Brilliant business people are often fuck-ups in their personal lives. Extraordinary athletes are often shallow and as dumb as a lobotomized rock. Many celebrities are probably just as clueless about life as the people who gawk at them and follow their every move. We're all, for the most part, pretty average people, but it's the extremes that get all of the publicity. We kind of know this already, but we rarely think and/or talk about it, and we certainly never discuss why this could be a problem. Having the internet, Google, Facebook, YouTube, and access to 500+ channels of television is amazing, but our attention is limited. There's no way we can process the tidal waves of information flowing past us constantly. Therefore, the only zeros and ones that break through and catch our attention are the truly exceptional pieces of information, those in the 99.999th percentile. All day, every day, we are flooded with the truly extraordinary, the best of the best, the worst of the worst, the greatest physical feats, the funniest jokes, the most upsetting news, the scariest threats, non-stop. Our lives today are filled with information from the extremes of the bell curve of human experience, because in the media business, that's what gets eyeballs, and eyeballs bring dollars. That's the bottom line. Yet the vast majority of life resides in the humdrum middle. The vast majority of life is unextraordinary, indeed quite average. This flood of extreme information has conditioned us to believe that exceptionalism is the new normal. And because we're all quite average most of the time, the deluge of exceptional information drives us to feel pretty damn insecure and desperate, because clearly we are somehow not good enough. So more and more we feel the need to compensate through entitlement and addiction. We cope the only way we know how, either through self-aggrandizing or through other aggrandizing. Some of us do this by cooking up get-rich-quick schemes. Others do it by taking off across the world to save starving babies in Africa. Others do it by excelling in school and winning every award. Others do it by shooting up a school. Others do it by trying to have sex with anything that talks and breathes. This ties into the growing culture of entitlement that I talked about earlier. Millennials often get blamed for this cultural shift, but that's likely because millennials are the most plugged-in and visible generation. In fact, the tendency toward entitlement is apparent across all of society, and I believe it's linked to mass media-driven exceptionalism. The problem is that the pervasiveness of technology and mass marketing is screwing up a lot of people's expectations for themselves. The inundation of the exceptional makes people feel worse about themselves, makes them feel that they need to be more extreme, more radical, and more self-assured to get noticed or even matter. When I was a young man, my insecurities around intimacy were exacerbated by all the ridiculous narratives of masculinity circulating through pop culture. And those same narratives are still circulating. To be a cool guy, you have to party like a rock star. To be respected, you have to be admired by women. Sex is the most valuable thing a man can attain, and it's worth sacrificing anything, including your own dignity, to get it. This constant stream of unrealistic media dogpiles onto our existing feelings of insecurity by overexposing us to the unrealistic standards we fail to live up to. Not only do we feel subjected to unsolvable problems, but we feel like losers because a simple Google search shows us thousands of people without those same problems. Technology has solved old economic problems by giving us new psychological problems. The internet has not just open-sourced information, it has also open-sourced insecurity, self-doubt, and shame.
That was a good one, too. All right, I think we got one more segment left. Let me check here. Yep, okay. All right, here we go. This next section is called...
But if I'm not going to be special or extraordinary, what's the point? It has become an accepted part of our culture today to believe that we are all destined to do something truly extraordinary. Celebrities say it. Business tycoons say it. Politicians say it. Even Oprah says it. so it must be true. Each and every one of us can be extraordinary. We all deserve greatness. The fact that this statement is inherently contradictory, after all, if everyone were extraordinary, then by definition no one would be extraordinary, is missed by most people. And instead of questioning what we actually deserve or don't deserve, we eat the message up and ask for more. Being average has become the new standard of failure. The worst thing you can be is in the middle of the pack, the middle of the bell curve. When a culture's standard of success is to be extraordinary, it then becomes better to be at the extreme low end of the bell curve than to be in the middle, because at least there you're still special and deserve attention. Many people choose this strategy to prove to everyone that they are the most miserable or the most depressed or the most victimized. A lot of people are afraid to accept mediocrity because they believe that if they accept it, they'll never achieve anything, never improve, and that their life won't matter. This sort of thinking is dangerous. Once you accept the premise that a life is worthwhile only if it is truly notable and great, then you basically accept the fact that most of the human population, including yourself, sucks and is worthless. And this mindset can quickly turn dangerous to both yourself and others. The rare people who do become truly exceptional at something do so not because they believe they're exceptional. On the contrary, they become amazing because they're obsessed with improvement. And that obsession with improvement stems from an unerring belief that they are, in fact, not that great at all. It's anti-entitlement. People who become great at something become great because they understand that they're not already great. They are mediocre, they are average, and that they could be so much better. All of this every person can be extraordinary and achieve greatness stuff is basically just jerking off your ego. It's a message that tastes good going down, but in reality is nothing more than empty calories that makes you emotionally fat and bloated. The proverbial Big Mac for your heart and your brain. The ticket to emotional health, like that to physical health, comes from eating your veggies. That is, accepting the bland and mundane truths of life. Truths such as, your actions actually don't matter that much in the grand scheme of things, and the vast majority of your life will be boring and not noteworthy, and that's okay. This vegetable course will taste bad at first, very bad. You will avoid accepting it. But once ingested, your body will wake up feeling more potent and more alive. After all, that constant pressure to be something amazing, to be the next big thing, will be lifted off your back. The stress and anxiety of always feeling inadequate and constantly needing to prove yourself will dissipate. And the knowledge and acceptance of your own mundane existence will actually free you to accomplish what you truly wish to accomplish, without judgment or lofty expectations. You will have a growing appreciation for life's basic experiences. The pleasures of simple friendship, creating something, helping a person in need, reading a good book, laughing with someone you care about. Sounds boring, doesn't it? That's because these things are ordinary. But maybe they're ordinary for a reason. Because they are what actually matters.
Dang, and that's chapter 3. Oh, it's so good. I love this book. It's so fucking good. I do want to give a big shout out to Amber. Thank you so much for... She was the one, she did gift this book to the Cove and is letting us use her Audible deal so that we are able to listen to this every Tuesday. And thank you very much, most amazing Amber. We could not do that without you, literally. Like, it wouldn't... I looked for it. I used to have it, and it's not on my computer anymore. So I must have got rid of it in cleaning up the things over the years. And I looked for it, and I couldn't find it. The only copy I found of it was in Russian.
I mean, it would sound really good.
And so, like, what we're going to do is we're on, like, Friday mornings, we're going to start taking Russian classes.
Okay.
So then we can do more Audible books. No, I'm just kidding. But no, for real, thank you, Amber. For real. We appreciate
Thank you, Amber.
You do
Russian man that appreciates Friday lessons.
In Russia, car drives you.
Oh my God, it was exactly the same thing I was thinking. In Russia, car drives you. Everybody could.
Yeah, that's fucking great. Yeah, I love that book. It's so good. And like, I love how he was saying about like, man, if everybody is extraordinary, how does that work?
Well, nobody is. He said if everybody's yeah.
That goes to like if life isn't fair for everybody, well, doesn't that just kind of make life fair?
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, and I think it's a hard thing for a lot of people. I think it's a hard thing for a lot of people to be humbled to the fact that we all do, or not all of us, I can't say that, but a lot of us do struggle with the same problems. And I think that's something that we don't realize. You know what I mean, though? Like, for real, like, it's hard to make yourself vulnerable and tell people what you're going through when you think other people are not going through the same thing as you. So you try to reach out to people, but you're a little, hesitant because you don't want to put yourself out there, and people be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't go through that. You don't want that conversation to happen because then they're very unempathic and they don't know what you're going through. So it's hard to just kind of open up to some people.
Sorry, ADHD stoner brain. The waves totally just moved those rocks up on the beach. That was cool.
Dude, those rocks have been there. Dude, those rocks have been there the whole time. I've been watching them all day.
They just get pushed a little further up.
Dude, I've been watching them.
That one?
Like, seriously. I just forgot what I was saying.
That one was strong enough, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm high and they're not moving at all.
I don't think they're moving at all.
I'm probably.
I think they're markers.
Yeah, I do love how Amber was saying. I do love how the orange like reflects off. Yeah, that's fucking dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what does everybody got going on for their day-to-day? Man-Bear, big plans?
No, we got father-in-law staying with us here. His furnace is out, so hanging out with father-in-law.
That's a crazy deal.
You know what? It's so weird. He just got one of those huge. What?
No, I was just agreeing with you.
His fan, the fan blades on his furnace and his RV broke. Like the blades that push the heat into his RV broke. It's just such a weird thing to break, Like, and so our friend is a pipe fitter. He ordered the parts already. He does all the work on the RV for us because he grew up with my wife and father-in-law. So yeah.
Oh, the rocks were totally moving, bro. They're gone.
What the fuck did that happen?
When did the rocks leave?
This muddy trucker up here distracts me, and I get to miss the rocks being moved. Now my whole morning is thrown right off. The art of don't giving a fuck. Yeah, I give a fuck that I didn't see the rocks move. Okay, I'm upset now, man. See what Beanz does to you? No, that's awesome. Oh man, it's cold, but like it's like when I go to get a coffee, I can feel it. When I'm in here, I can't feel it. I'm pretty comfortable in here. Definitely not warm, but not cold.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel
how are the rocks gonna come back? They're not just gonna get like pushed back. Like the rocks are gone. I don't know if they're coming back.
I feel like it might be a loop. I didn't see it, but
is that them? Is that the rocks?
Calm down. I'll be back. I don't want to calm down. Instantly triple.
The one day he saw something, but. The one day Beanz saw something by the shoreline and he's like, oh no, the birds are going after it. He was all in. Like he was
Dude, that was scary.
It was scary. It was a turtle. Scary. They were going after a turtle, I think.
Like a baby turtle. Baby turtle, baby bear and babies. Baby eggs. Not bear and babies.
I think he's had a couple nose stabs this morning, folks. Just a couple.
Hey, you said the magic word of the day.
Yeah.
I'll do one more.
I saved mine for tonight. Ooh.
We're good. I didn't even do a nose stab. I totally forgot. Oh.
That's how good they are.
One more. Try this again. Round two.
Yeah. Oh, I heard the hotness.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. I heard it. That was the Sizzler. Are we all just waiting for the rocks to get moved? Yay! Oh, they like rolled and shit.
That's what I was saying. I saw it moving. I'm like, whoa.
This is the best morning show ever now. We got rocks and coffee and weed. Fuck, we don't need nothing else.
Bro, I'm pretty toasted like a piece of toast in the morning.
Yeah. Ooh, there's cake I can eat today too. I got cake.
I've been trying to do experience with different adjective words that are similar to the expression of how you would say you were high.
My stepdad used to say it's time for a Tetley. Like time for
the show rocks, and those rocks roll. Haha.
That's right. Oh shit.
Much love, Hams.
Show always brings on waves of emotion.
Ooh. Oh no.
Dude, as soon as I said waves of emotion, I got all emotional. See that? The rocks are gone. I'm so upset.
Who put all these onions under my face?
Yeah, you're cutting onions.
Oh man. So like when I prep onions at work, they have these goggles, which is fine. I've seen that in other kitchens. But I was like, no. Like, we always used to joke. And I was a different person when I worked in kitchens when I was younger. But I was always like, when people were cutting onions and like it was really bothering them, I'd just walk up and be like, hey, do you know what really helps? And be like, what? And I'm like, not being a little bitch. And I would just walk away. Yeah, it's never bothered me to cut onions. I don't know. Maybe I'll get a little bit of a stinging emotion if they're super fresh.
Depends on how much onions you're cutting to. I've had to cut like 10 onions in a row. Yeah, they're going to affect you if you got to cut like 10. If you got to cut like 2 or 3, all right. No, man. You telling me you can cut 10 onions without it affecting you? I want to see that. All right, that's the next challenge. Fuck smoking challenges. Everyone buy a bag of onions. That's the next game.
Okay, so I worked with a guy, and he was saying, so at a different place that he worked at, they would take and cut fresh onions up and dice them and put them in Ziploc baggies, and they would see who could hold them over their eyes the longest. Yeah, he was crazy. His name was John Boy. He was fucking wonderful. He was a hoot and a half.
No, I wouldn't do the onion bag.
So I was the broiler cook. I did all the steaks and shit like that. He was the main saute cook. He did a lot of pastas and stuff like that. He was a hell of a cook. He was like 10 years older than me. He showed me a lot of kitchen shit. Much love, John. Wherever you are, you'll never see that, but it's cool. I'll know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll know. That's what's important. He'll know. As long as we know. Yeah, we know. We know you know. I know you know. Fuck.
Well, I don't know.
That nose dab hit him good.
All right, Man-Bear. About that time, brother?
Yeah, man.
It's all yours.
Awesome morning speaker. Thank you so much, Vicki Bowers. Really good one. Can't wait to see you this afternoon. If I don't see you this afternoon, I'll see you tonight at Toke Tunes. I'm so excited for the new playlist. It's already been amazing. I hope to see you all there. Make sure you spread some love and positivity. Do something nice for yourself, something nice for a stranger, something nice for your friend. And like I said, if I don't see you this afternoon, I'll see you tonight. Much love, everybody.
Much, much, much love, all you amazing people. It is Tuesday, which you know what that means. It's fucking Toke Tunes time tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Don't miss it, because it is a totally truffle-tized, twisted titty, tie-dye, turkey, taco, Toke Tunes Tuesday, y'all. That's good. That was a really good one. I liked that one. I felt confident about that.
That was confidence. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Make sure that you are following everybody on the Cove-TV production team. From the one and only Sir Cop Slap. The Toke Tunes is his deal. That is his creation. So make sure that you are following him for all of his amazingness. Make sure you're following the Man-Bear. Don't miss out on his reels. They are super dope. Make sure you're following Europe Entertainment. Get a rig. They smack like Jack. I don't know what that means. That's for you to figure out. I shouldn't have said that. Take that back. They get you high. I would say that. Make sure you're following Mad Productions. He's got all sorts of shit coming out. Make sure that you are following. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. Make sure you are following the Dabber Chick. We are still trying to figure out the Dabber Chick show timing and everything like that. There's Kelsey's schedule and my schedule and the show schedules. But please, please stay tuned and don't miss out. They have both hit the 1K. Europe hit the 2K. Copsy hit the 1.5 on the way to the 1.6. The Cove hit the 1.6. We couldn't do any of this without all of you amazing folks, because Cove-TV is brought to you by viewers like yourself. Franklin said something about the crawler below. That is all of you amazing Cove-TV subscribers that help make this happen every single day. We could not do this without you. For real, for real. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. No Stoner Roulette this afternoon. Magic will have the trophy till tomorrow. Oh, motherfucker. Oh, I'm sorry. And we are going to do some Guardians of Unity this afternoon, though. So I hope to see everybody here 5 p.m. Eastern time. If anything changes, I will update the schedule, put a post out. It's fucking crazy cold. I don't know how late I'll work, whatever the case may be. But absolutely, I hope to see everybody this afternoon. And if I possibly don't see you this afternoon because you're busy or doing something, I hope to see you at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight for one more time. A totally triple ties, twisted titty, tie-dye, turkey, taco, Toke Tunes Tuesday. Yeah, we are in week 2 of playlist. Copsy has the fucking belt. He kicked all of our asses last week. Like, he must have busted out like all of them rusty ass nucks because he made us all look like bitches. That's how bad it was. Much love, Copsy. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. And yeah, come hang out, get high, listen to some amazing music. And if I don't know, as always, thank you guys so much for watching the morning show. It wouldn't be what it is without each and every one of you. That's the coming up next song. I gotta find the song. Oh, there it is. Much love, everybody.
The morning started with a story to share. Vicki B's history brought us there. From lessons past to hope anew, the morning speaker shared wisdom too. Cove-TV's been your morning delight, bringing good vibes to start the day right. To all who watched and shared their time, you made this morning simply sublime. Simply sublime. Thank you for watching, you make it bright. Cove-TV brings the morning light. From Beanz to Man-Bear, we've shared the groove. With you, the mornings always improve. The mornings always improve. We started the day with coffee in hand, or maybe awake and bake, that's the plan. Your smiles, your laughs, your spirit so kind. You're the reason Cove mornings shine. From Beanz' beats to Man-Bear's cheer, the vibe we share is always clear. We're grateful for you, our audience so true. Cove mornings wouldn't shine without you. Wouldn't shine without you. Thank you for watching, you make it bright. Cove-TV brings the morning light. From Beanz to Man-Bear, we've shared the groove. With you, the mornings always improve. The mornings always improve. It's more than a show, it's a family we've grown. A place where positivity's always shown. With every sunrise, we'll meet anew. Cove-TV mornings are thanks to you. Thanks to you. You make it bright. Cove-TV brings the morning light. From Beanz to Man-Bear, we've shared the groove. With you, the mornings always improve. The mornings always improve. Thank you for watching. Cove morning shine because of you. Because of you.
Much love, everybody. We'll catch you later. Taters.